He's just 12 years old, but tonight he's missing. Law enforcement needs your help searching for Brett Smith. Police say he's last seen at his home on Monday afternoon, leaving on his bicycle. But that's where the trail runs cold. Brett's bike turning up later that day at a McDonald's, but no sign of Brett. How does a 12-year-old boy simply vanish?
At a local McDonald's, the only clue, his bicycle left abandoned. To Faye Alexander, senior reporter, News Talk 1320 WIS, we're trying to figure out where and who took Brett Alexander Smith, just 12 years old. He is white, 5'5", 140 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. Look at him. He practically looks like Opie in Andy of Mayberry. Look at that smile. Back to you, Faye Alexander. What can you tell us?
Well, right now it's not looking like Brett was abducted, and it doesn't seem that there is any imminent or immediate harm to Brett. Brett is in foster care. We've established that. We are not sure where the biological parents are, but we believe he may be trying to find them in Aiken County, a good hour and a half away from
hold on just a moment. To Ellie Josted, our chief editorial producer. Ellie, the parents, the bio parents have been found, correct?
Well, we don't know that for certain. Apparently there is no evidence that he was able to get in touch with these family members.
So, he's not with his parents, to our knowledge.
Right.
Nobody knows where he is.
That's right.
His bike was abandoned at a McDonald's.
Right.
So, could you explain to me, Mark Klass, how anybody could say this child is not in danger?
I don't know how anybody could say that. I mean, these are ominous circumstances. This is reminiscent of SHAWN Hornbeck. This is reminiscent of Jacob Wetterling, both of who were riding bicycles when they disappeared. And neither of those had a satisfactory outcome. Certainly the Hornbeck case did, but many, many years later.
Well, if you call being kidnapped against your will, likely sexually assaulted for a period of time, that's a happy ending. The happy part of that is they're alive.
Yes.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely correct. No, this is ominous, and I think that law enforcement has to look upon this as an abduction until they are shown something else. If he's missing and he's gone and has been gone for a significant amount of time, and it's not in his history to do something like that, then there is definitely something wrong here.
To Dr. Eric Braverman, internal medicine, founder of PATH Medical Center. Doctor, thank you very much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
I find it to be a very disturbing clue or evidence that his bicycle is found at a public place and he's not there. What evidence, if any, could be obtained from the bicycle? Possibly DNA?
Sure, you look for injury, you look for blood, you look for saliva. I mean, obviously you think a kid like that was picked up and either tried to hitchhike or thought he could get to his parents, but obviously he's in danger and not able to understand the risks. I mean, the case is obviously scary, and a child in foster care is at risk for seeking his parents, and it's a heartbreaker.
Well, Dr. Braverman, everyone, Dr. Eric Braverman joining us tonight from New York, the founder of PATH Medical Center. A little boy this age is probably in the 4th or 5th grade. Do you believe he could fend for himself? I just find it very difficult to believe he's out there on his own and nobody spotted him.
Now, this child is in some ways, unless he took outward bound course, is not able to fend for himself. He's not going to take water or the right things. He's obviously vulnerable to attack either sexually or otherwise. And so, you know, he's really at risk, and we have to understand why, even at 12 years old, you're allowed to go to McDonald's. I mean, any normal parent would say, oh, Brett, I'd, be kidnapped in your place. Oh, Gabriel, I'd die in your place. You really have to ask yourself, what's going on here with the parental supervision? In their first case, sounds like you were dealing with manic psychosis, adventurous, where you really have a mother going off the deep end in a type of manic psychosis. And in this case, you really have inadequate supervision for a 12-year-old.
And we have just recently dealt with, Dr. Braverman, other bike abductions. Of course, Mark Klass mentioned SHAWN Hornbeck, and of course, Jacob Wetterling. Also, there's Amber Hagerman. There are many, many Michael Palmer, bike abductions. Take a look at them. MIKELLE Biggs. It goes on and on and on. Janice Pockett. Look at the faces of these children. Patricia and Miles. The list is endless of bike abductions. Charles Henderson. There's Chucky Mock. He was murdered on his bicycle many years ago, and it's never been solved. And now we've got this little boy, Brett Alexander Smith, just 12 years old. He's probably in the 4th grade. The only thing left behind is his bicycle at a McDonald's. How many of you parents let your kids go in and out of McDonald's without you being with them? A lot of people do it. Not anymore, I pray to God. And I take my twins there to you, Ellie Jostad, all the time to play in the play center. I never leave them alone, but it's, you know, they have McDonald's set up to attract children.
Well, and Nancy, it's not clear that the parents let him go to McDonald's. It sounds like the parents just thought he was going to ride around the neighborhood. This is apparently a very family-friendly neighborhood. It's the Magnolia Hall neighborhood near the Columbia, South Carolina area. They thought he was just going to ride around the neighborhood, and then he never shows up, and then, you know, 7 hours later, they find his bike abandoned at McDonald's, and that's where the concern comes from. He wasn't supposed to go there.
And to you, Pat Brown, did you see that map Liz just put up for us? Over 100 sex offenders in a 10-mile radius. Where would a pedophile go? McDonald's.
Oh, that's one of the places. And just the fact that the little boy's running around on his bicycle, he's easy to attract for one reason or the other, especially if he's been in foster care for a lot of his life, and we don't know that yet, but if he has been, he's used to being around a lot of different people and moving in and out of different circumstances. So he's the kind of child that's easy to approach and chat with, who may go with you if you offer something, just anything attractive, just for that moment, and grab him.
What about it, Pat Saunders?
12-year-old boys, like adolescents, think they're going to live forever. And even if he has some knowledge of stranger danger, he's not thinking about it. He's got Target painted all over him.